I need to steady you very well so that when you get tired, you know, one thing about boxing is that when we get to the first and the second round, all of us are strong.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, we think well, everything. So what you need to do is that when the fight starts traveling, that is where you need to bring out your arsenals, your yana, and that kind of things to be able to knock your opponent down or cause him some harm. But then if you are not able, and you came into the first round with the intention of giving a knockout, and that thing shouldn't be something that most boxers should think about. They shouldn't think of coming into the ring and then give a knockout. When the knockout don't come, what will you do? So they must have some contingency plans when getting into the ring.
All right. So you need to have some contingency plan getting into the ring. That is coming from Bernard there. But you know, David Nika also took to his social media platform and he said something after his first loss there, and that is what I want us to see so that we can also see what David Nika was trying to say over there. You know, that's his first loss in his boxing career, where Jai Opatia delivered that first loss to David Nika in Australia there. So that is what we have on our screen there. David Nika saying that I dared to be great. Huge congrats to the man, Jai Opatia. It was an absolute privilege to share the ring with such an athlete and champion. To my family and friends, whether you that made the trip or watched from home, I'm glad that you could appreciate firsthand how much this opportunity meant to me. I poured my heart into the ring tonight, but it wasn't enough. To the Thornberry family, I am forever grateful for the sacrifices you make together every day, and I wouldn't be the same without you all on my team. Then he went on saying, thank you, Manuk at RNZ for supporting me on this journey. We haven't even scratched the surface and the world is now on notice after the bid we made for greatness tonight. The game doesn't change. This is coming from David Nika after his first loss against Jai Opatia. He's saying that they are going to rebuild. Danilo,
yeah,
this is coming from the chap that had his first loss in the cruiserweight division.
Yeah. I would have to side with Bernard here because David, although he's got 10 professional fight, but he was really great in his amateur days. Solid Olympian. I think he's got a gold medal.
Yeah. Yes.
And you know, he came into the fight with, you know, a lot of advantages like reach and all that. And like Bernard was saying, I felt even he wobbled Jai early round. And I thought he was going to move around more, use his reach, and let the fight travel. Because you see, twice in the last couple of years when Jai has gone the distance against Beredis. Beredis, you know, moved a lot, worried him with his footwork, you know, boxed him.
He even had a broken jaw.
Yes.
I remember that fight.
Yeah, so he should have learned from that.
Yeah.
Instead of trade with him.
Yeah.
You know, I know Jai forced him into that fight, like trade and brawl with him. But his corner should have been smart enough to tell him, use the ring, move, use your footwork, use the reach, you know, clinch. Because when Jai was hurt, I think round 2 or so, Jai went into a clinch.
Really, the champion himself.
The champion himself. So you see, he's conscious of what he's doing. But I think David was carried away too easily because I feel if his corners he felt he could rely on his power and instead of his boxing knowledge and IQ in the ring, because he had all the tools in his arsenal to, you know, upset, you know, Jai Opatia. Because Jai is really in a hurry to fight the likes of Atabeta BS and Usyk. Yes, those are his, you know, yes, those are his targets, and those are the big boys. So he's in a rush to just clear everybody in his way. So for me, this fight, it wasn't really solid. Although it delivered on the night, it was business as usual, but there was a lot of cracks on the night. Yes, for somebody like Usyk, Jai has got a big way to even stand in.
But talking about Jai Opatia wanting to clear those in that cruiserweight division, there is one man, Gilberto Ramirez, and he's having the WBA and WBO there. where Jai Opatia is having the IBF and the Ring magazine, and this is likely to be an undisputed between these two if they really share the ring. Jai Opatia on the left with the Ring magazine and the IBF strap on his waist, whereas Gilberto Ramirez having the WBO and WBA. Who wins, Daniel?
I think Jai has got this one. Although, you know, Ramirez comes into this fight with a lot of experience, because after Ramirez lost to our own Bevo on the light heavyweights, he moved up to cruiserweight. And, you know, Jai has made camp well over there. But I think Jai is now cherry-picking fight, because I thought he was going to go for Jack Badu and go for the WBC belt. But for some funny reason, he never seems to mention Jack Badu's name anywhere. And I better say Jack Badu fight on the Saudi card most of them. And they've met a couple of times. He's never mentioned his name anywhere.
Is he scared of Jack Badu's power?
I don't want to believe though, but I think it's a great game plan by his you know, promoters and managers to avoid that, because you know Jack Badu comes in with a lot of grit and a lot of experience, and he also likes to trade pound for pound. He's in that mode of, and I think he's a southpaw as well. So it's going to be a very difficult fight for him. But Ramirez, not too much.
Not too much. Jai Opatia is going to get it over him. How about you two, Bernardo? Jai Opatia, Gilberto Ramirez.
Well spot on by my brother Danny, and it look as if he have weighed the two and have made some sort analysis with the two and realize that the WBA and the WBO is where he can be able to grab, because he has seen all his weakness and his strength, believing that he will be able to fight him. He has also share or even be in the same arena with Badu.
But don't you think that looking at a cruiserweight champions, we have a picture where the cruiserweight champions are there. We have Jai Opatia having the IBF, we have Gilberto Ramirez having the WBA, and we have Jack Badu also having the WBC. We have a picture of them that state cruiserweight champions, current one. It will be shown on the screen, and I want you to look at it and tell me that Gilberto, that is what we have here. Jai Opatia with the IBF there, Gilberto Ramirez, WBA and WBO, and Jack Badu. Wow, look at that man there. With the WBC strap. So I now understand why Danilo is saying that, come on, no one wants to call that man.
Not to take anything away from all the other belts, but we know the prestige when it comes to the WBC. Yes, that's why Wilder has been relevant for the longest. He held that strap for a long time. So for them, for him to ignore even that belt like it exists, and you know, Jack Badu has to, you know, for a better word, lack of better word, and also for a credible opponent. But you know, they always seem to, you know, find somebody to be, just like we're saying, Yinka is. It's early days for him to step in.
Very early.
But that's the case of the IBF. The minute you get into the ranking and you're in the top 10, it's like they can come calling any day. Unless you decline to fight. But if you want to, they'll push you in there. So Jai and his team, you know, weigh the options, and Ramirez looks like he's ready for the picking. But I've never heard him mention of Badu anywhere.
He doesn't want to.
But that is the way of, climbing the ladder. You need to move a little further, clear the one there to be able to get more experience before you meet the one that you think is going to be tough for you. You understand? So it is sort of preparation towards Jack Badu. But he believes that when he is able to clear the Ramirez, it means that now he's ready for Badu. So I think it's a very laudable idea, and then a very good analysis from his corner as well. Notwithstanding Alan
Takyi Alan Sheikh.
Yes, he has also studied and knows that this is going to be a good fight. Believing it or not, those that normally fight at the Riyadh season, they know themselves, the managers know them, the promoters know them well, and so they know how to make the money and make the money very quick.
All right, so that is what we are talking about. We are looking at the current champions of the different weight classes. We started off with a cruiserweight where you saw Jairo Patia having the IBF, Gilberto Ramirez having the WBO and WBA strap, and Jack Badu having the WBC. Now, let's switch our attention and get to the light heavyweight. That is where my attention is, because I have Joshua Boakye also in the line there. So we have the light heavyweight rankings there, where Better BF is on the first position with Dimitri Bivol on second. Then we have David Benavides occupying the third, David Morrell on the fourth, and Joshua Boakye there on the fifth. The first and the second are going to have their rematch, and the third and the fourth is going to also have their match.
Yes.
What an incredible fight is going to be between Better BF and Dimitri Bivol, and David Benavides and David Morrell. Danilo.
You know, the interesting thing about the light heavyweight division is everybody knows their limit. You don't overstep.
No.
You know, Benavides, as youthful and you know the power he carries and the energy, he knows not to, jump and call out Better BF and Bivol.
Exactly.
He's got business to deal with the likes of David Morrell, Canelo, and then a couple of other guys, Grant and the rest. And Joshua Boakye is fighting another, I think, British guy, Callum Smith. So it's like 6 and 5 are fighting. Okay. 4 and 3 are fighting. 2 and 1 are fighting. So everybody's minding their business now.
Wow.
The division shapes up itself, then you step up. So I like this division a lot. Nobody is overstepping.
Exactly.
Take your time, you get served.
Exactly.
That's how the division is.
I like that word. Take your time.
Yes,
you get
served. It's the best division now in boxing. If you ask me, yes, it's the best division now.
Okay, so let me go to you, Bernardo. Assuming Joshua Boakye against Callum Smith, Joshua Boakye gets the nod over Callum Smith. Does it mean that Joshua Boakye is going to face the winner of Better BF and Dimitri Bivol, or is going to face the winner David Benavides and David Morrell? Because when you look at David Benavides and David Morrell, they are going to fight, and there's a title fight on it. That's going to be the Battle of the Davids, David Benavides and David Morrell. Now we look at Better BF and Dimitri Bivol. They fought before, and in the first encounter, Better BF took all the titles. But Dimitri Bivol is coming again to see if in the rematch he can chase the odds. Assuming Joshua Boakye gets the nod over Callum Smith, are we going to see him take on Benavides or Morrell, or he's going to push further to Better BF? Some may say that it's too early for him. He needs to taste with Benavides and Morrell before he gets to Dimitri Bivol and Better BF. Yeah,
in this angle, and the politics have to come in place.
Okay.
And that would depend on the promoters too as well.
Okay.
They look at the atmosphere, the ambient, what the people want, the kind of fight that they want to see. And that will depend on the boxer itself, Joseph Boakye.
Okay.
He should be able to clear the obstacle before him first, before thinking of moving forward to meet the Dimitri BF and then
David Benavides and the rest.
Yes, and moving and meeting them. And so the honor lies on him now. And he should concentrate on the first one, make sure that he clear that obstacle. And then the promoters will now look at what you can do, what you can make, what the people are looking for, and then make the fight.
You heard from Danilo and Bernardo there, so that is the picture. Better BF and Dimitri Bivol. We are just holding our water bit by bit. Definitely we're going to get there, and that fight in February is going to happen. Now let's go to the next one, where we look at super welterweight champions. That is where Bernardo's favorite boxer is. Terence Crawford is there. Terence Crawford is holding the WBA. Sebastian Fundura is having the WBO and WBC, whereas Bakram Mutizilov is having the IBF. I'm talking about the super welterweight champions. That is where Terence Crawford is. He is having the WBA. Sebastian Fundura having the WBO and WBC, whereas Bakram Mutizilov is having the IBF there. So this is the current super welterweight champions we have there. Bernardo, let me start with you. You have your favorite boxer there, Terence Crawford.
the world now is serious in the boxing categories.
Okay.
Thanks to Takyi.
Thanks to Takyi Anderson. You know, he has been able to test all these champions.
Yeah.
And be able to know that, look, this is where you belong and this is where you belong. I believe that Sebastian Fedora is Danilo's favorite because of his height and how he fights.
He has a long reach.
Yeah, he has a long reach. And I know Crawford has to keep saying, my man. It's my man because he thinks he has a very high boxing IQ.
Okay.
And then when he comes in the ring, he has no style.
Okay.
He comes into the ring, test you first, go back to his corner and listen to his corner man and what to do.
Okay.
And so I believe that these three prejudices or these three great boxers in that weight class, when they meet, is going to be a brutal.
Because of time, I want us to switch to get to the lightweight champions. That is why I'll make Danilo also come into it. And that is full of lightning and power. Lightweight champions. Now, let me start with a list. Gervonta Davis having the WBA title there. Dennis Berechik having the WBO. Shakur Stevenson having the WBC. And Vasily Lomachenko having the IBF. Lightweight champions. Let me take it again. Gervonta Davis having the WBA. Dennis Berechik having the WBO. Shakur Stevenson having the WBC. And Vasily Lomachenko having the IBF. So I'm talking about the lightweight champions there. Man, is full of some stock.
Yeah,
Danilo.
Yeah. You know, the lightweight division used to be the best some years back. But for some funny reason, I blame Gervonta Davis.
Oh, why would you blame him?
Yes. He's been cherry picking. Instead of fighting the big boys, he just goes down to super feather, pick somebody, can fight, drain somebody, fight, drain. And when we had the Teofimos there, we had David Haney.
Yeah,
it was action-packed. Every 2 months.
You know what do you bring?
Lomachenko fought.
But with the lightweight champions, we still have Vasily Lomachenko there. We have Shakur Stevenson there.
You know, Vasily is more or less inactive now. After taking it from Cambosos. You know, Davis has to fight the champions. It's like with him and Shakur Stevenson, and they're doing
American things.
Yes. They are doing musical chairs, just going around, you know.
Meet the people.
He used to be the most active and best, but right now it's not really exciting. Although if I had a Navarrete in there, it would have lightened it up.
Navarrete is in the super featherweight.
Yes, but he lost to Dennis. So when he attempted to, you know, pick the lightweight.
He tried to climb, but
Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta not fighting the big boy. Shakur injuries here and there. It's okay, not too exciting, but it's okay.
Not too exciting, but it's okay.
Let's go to the super lightweight.
Super lightweight. Okay, so when you go to the super lightweight, that is where you want to see how things are going to. I mean, I have the super lightweight champions there. Okay, so now we have the super featherweight champions there. We have Lamont Roach with a WBA, Emmanuel Navarrete with a WBO, Oshakoff Foster WBC, and Anthony Kakachi having the IBF. This is one hell of
I'm telling you.
The division is
this division is serious.
More serious.
It's just perfect. Trust me. It's just perfect. Everybody is dangerous in their different, you know, approach to fight, different boxing education, and it's a mix. Anybody can lose to anybody any day. You know?
Now, talking about anybody can lose to anybody here. I want to just you know how I am. I just want to descend into our African terrain and let's get our super featherweight guys from Ghana who can taste with these guys there.
Okay, let me see. I can come up with I think 4 names for now.
All right.
I think I can put Erica Samti up.
Erica Samti.
Yes.
Okay.
I can put Wasiu Muhammad up.
I
can put Josie Latte up.
Alfred Lamptey.
Yes.
Alfred Lamptey.
Jerry Latte. Sorry. Jerry Latte. Yes.
Alfred Lamptey.
Okay.
Yes. Those are my pick. My 4.
And I believe Chastete.
Charles Tete. I don't know.
Tete
Okay.
fall in the super
Yes,
weight.
yes, yes.
Okay, yeah, Charles Tete also fall in the.
So those are my picks.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are your pick. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eric Asante, Wasiru Muhammad, Jerry Latte, Alfred Lamptey, and Charles Tete. We have 5. These are 4 guys there. Among the 5, I just want you to pick 3 or 2. Yeah, 3 or 2. Or if you like, we have 4 guys there: Lamont Roach, Emmanuel Nevarati, Oshako Foster, and Anthony Kakachi. With the list we have, let's match. Let's take, for example, Eric Asante. Who do you think can match with the 4 guys there? It's a rhetorical question. Bernardo, you can come in. Daniel, you can come in.
He's a military man, so if anything happens, let him go. He's a military man, you know.
I mean, and if Eric Asante could match toe to toe with Oshako Foster, no two ways about that.
Perfect pick.
Eric Asante matching up with Oshako Foster.
Yes.
Wow.
And it can do better.
Okay. So I also throw somebody based on fighting style. I would throw Muhammad Wasiu to Navarrete. Because they are both all at
yes.
They like to trade pound for pound.
But don't you think that Navarrete with his long reach, it's not going to worry
but
Wasiu?
you know, funny enough, not to cut Bernard off, but every fight I've seen Wasiu in, he's fought against people with bigger and he knows how to cut the ring and make it short and work the body before going upstairs. So he's got the perfect game plan to fit a Navarrete and likes to brawl as well. So if he's in good condition, and let me pick just one more. I think I'll pick Alfred Lamptey for
Kankasi.
Anthony Kakachi.
Yes,
okay.
Perfect. Yes. Based on fighting style, you know, he likes to pick, rhythm. Is a rhythm fighter.
Okay, so between Jerry Latte and Charles Tete, who are you going to match up with? Lamont Roach.
Okay.
Military man. He's throwing the question to you.
Well, the 2 of them will be able to fix Roach. But I think that Jerry Latte, with his boxing IQ, stand advantage. And I believe that he could be able to meet or go in toe with Roach.
All right. Yeah. Before we go for a quick commercial break, there is one thing that I want us to do. You know, in the super bantamweight, Naoya Inoue is the champion. He's having the WBA, WBO, WBC, and IBF. But when we come to the bantamweight, I have one guy there that I want him to meet up with Naoya Inoue. Junto Nakatani. He's having the WBC. And I just want this guy to match up with this Japan monster. We are looking at him on our screen there. If these two meet up, Danilo, Bernardo, who are you going to side? Junto Nakatani, Naoya Inoue.
Let me make it easy for you. It's going to be at a better BFB vote. Yes. Because they've been in the national team together. They know themselves. They know their fighting styles. That's why they are milking that fight, and I don't even think that fight is going to happen because it's not. Inoue has got like 3 fights lined up already. Junto has got 2 lined up already, and by September, the politics they know themselves. Once they meet, that's it. Once they meet, whoever loses, whoever takes it, because they fit themselves. It's a perfect match.
It's a perfect match.
Yes, and to pick a winner now, it will be impossible.
It will be impossible. Are you siding with Danilo?
Oh, absolutely. I side with him because there are a lot of politics that will come to play because they still want to be in their place, and you know the friendship, the relationship. I mean, like Heisey rightly said, they be in camp, they know their fighting style. So Charlie, be your side and let me also be in my side, and let's keep moving. And let anybody that come from America, let's make together and let's beat him.
All right, so that is Naoya Inoue there. So we'll see if Naoya will be facing off with Junto Nakatani. If that happens, then that is gonna be one fierce foe about there. Now, so you may know, 18th of January is gonna be fight at night at 10 at the Bukom Boxing Arena. Don't forget, mark your calendars. Fight night are coming up in 2025, and it's fight night 10. That is going to be the Bell 7-Star Professional Boxing League next week, Saturday at the Bukom Boxing Arena. Mark your calendars. Fight night 10 is coming up on your way. Let's go for a quick commercial break. We're back We have more for you.
Laudable idea, and then a very good analysis from his scanner as well. Notwithstanding Alan
Takyi Alan Sheikh.
Yes, he has also studied and knows that this is going to be a good fight. Believing it or not, those that normally fight at the Riyadh season, they know themselves, the managers know them, the promoters know them well, and so they know how to make the money and make the money very quick.
All right, so that is what we are talking about. We are looking at the current champions of the different weight classes. We started off with a cruiserweight where you saw Jayo Patia having the IBF, Gilberto Ramirez having the WBO and WBA strap, and Jack Badu having the WBC. Now, let's switch our attention and get to the light heavyweight. That is where my attention is, because I have Joshua Boakye also in the line there. So we have the light heavyweight rankings there, where Octa BF is on the first position with Dimitri Bivol on second. Then we have David Benavides occupying the third, David Morrell on the fourth, and Joshua Boakye there on the fifth. The first and the second are going to have their rematch, and the third and the fourth is going to also have their match. What an incredible fight is going to be between Octa BF and Dimitri Bivol, and David Benavides and David Morrell. Danilo,
you know, the interesting thing about the light heavyweight division is everybody knows their limit. You don't overstep. You know, Benavides, as youthful and you know the power he carries and the energy, he knows not to, jump and call out better BF and Bivol.
Exactly.
He's got business to deal with the likes of David Morrell, Canelo, and then a couple of other guys, Grant and the rest. And Joshua Boakye is fighting another, I think, British guy, Callum Smith. So it's like 6 and 5 are fighting. 4 and 3 are fighting. 2 and 1 are fighting. So everybody's minding their business now. The division shapes up itself, then you step up. So I like this division a lot. Nobody is overstepping.
Exactly.
Take your time, you get served. Exactly. That's how the division is.
I like that word. Take your time.
Yes,
you get served.
It's the best division now in boxing. If you ask me, yes, it's the best division now.
Okay, so let me go to you, Bernardo. Assuming Joshua Boakye against Callum Smith, Joshua Boakye gets the nod over Callum Smith. Does it mean that Joshua Boakye is going to face the winner of Octa BF and Dimitri Bivol, or is going to face the winner David Benavides and David Morrell? Because when you look at David Benavides and
no opportunity by BG bossy program na agency so far ewa onyemi me boss session abeje no ni engona she mother GBA president she wa haja ke president Pieba ni amena opportunity na menya mewa young bosses she come le mother I must be alone she age ame support na me ani ene hye ni no oni obi ekoji me supporting boss niji Isaac Akraba age good boss and me we show age ebaneba win ewo mi gbele all the best
this is all
the best to Isaac Akraba.
As the BBC Care ambassador in Ghana, we always encourage former champions and former world champions to use their fame to motivate the young people. So seeing people like Azuma Nelson here tonight is very inspiring, and I know that the children in the stands and the boxes, they are also encouraged. I would want to tell the young ones that as they see these champions, they started off just like them. So they should go to the gym every day, learn their skills. But in addition to learning their skills, they should also find a purpose for which they are fighting. They should fight not for themselves, but for Ghana and for the different people in the country. And that is what will get them far. For juvenile bouts, and it was really interesting to watch. You could see them doing their footwork, the head movements, everything that they've learned in their various gyms, they've brought it to the arena. And I would say that this platform is very good for the young ones because it's giving them the opportunity to show their skills. So I would like to say that IMAX promotions should continue in the next season. They should let more of the juveniles also fight and also give them better opportunities.
My name is Coach Vincent Akaineti. This league has helped a lot because if you hear the name of Bismarck Sarr, we saw him from this league. If you hear the name of Jimade Maule, we saw him from this league. If you hear the name of Akimos, Anna Ampia, we have them from this league. So I can mention more than 10 boxers. Because of this league, they are out. And we have more boxers at the gym, which they are the same quality like those who have mentioned their names. So we are pleading for this league, Mass TV, and everybody who is in charge should come and support this third league.
Who ye Papa Azuma? Papa na ajigana maye siwamaye. Ajidia magana maye. They are meeting me akacha young bosses in same. Omusiano. No mu kudin tisa papa no. Papa ni so brain ho ase. Eto ne bo. Ntimi semi de me kacha youngest ni say. Omuso omuto mebo. No mu sie ne de e be kacha ombia omuntie na omundi sumaye. Na omuye saa ombetimi edu de papa ni do yen azima edu yen.
It's my first time here and I actually like what I'm seeing. The energy, everyone is amazing. So all our edge Ghanaians, they should come around, come and support. We need them here. It's for Ghana. It's for the whole world. We are raising our nation high. So if we are here to support, we should support very well.
That is beautiful, beautiful scenes there coming from the Bukum Boxing Arena. You can't afford to miss it. This 2025 is going to be beautiful, exciting, explosive fight for you happening at the Bukum Boxing Arena. So don't forget, mark your calendars. Next week, Saturday, on the 18th of January at the Bukum Boxing Arena, Bell 7-Star Professional Boxing League, promoted by IMAX Boxing Promotion. We are bringing you Fight Night 10. Beautiful scenes coming from the Bukum Boxing Arena. It's not just only, a lot of people think that boxing is just about the male sport. But you see the female also gathering themselves up there in the Bukum Boxing Arena, and they are also testifying to the energy level that they've seen. It's beautiful, isn't it, Danilo, Bernardo?
Yeah, because we got to see, people from different walks of life.
Yeah.
We saw even juvenile boxers in the amateur. We've got Sarah Sari, Coach Akai. We've got a whole lot of people coming through, and even the entertainment part, we didn't even show. Yes, and the entertainment part, so it attracts a lot of people. Who haven't got a clue of like how a fight night looks like. But all thanks to IMAX, you come, the gate is open, you have a seat, enjoy top quality boxing, coupled with unlimited entertainment, and it's like you don't know what what is going to happen on the night, but you come and you can bump into an Azuma Nelson, a Joshua Clotte, just name it. So it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, platform for boxing right now. And like Coach Aka was saying, it's the breeding ground for most of the current top boys in the scenes now. So we thank IMAX Boxing Promotion, and we say kudos, and we are here to offer our help, our backing any day IMAX calls.
Any day IMAX calls, even outside the gym, outside the arena, people are. It's just like a big carnival anytime fight night at the Bukum Boxing Arena, Bernardo.
And it is not only targeted to the boxers alone.
Okay.
I believe that the idea is to promote boxers, but we could see that other benefits has also come, and most of us enjoyed a lot of it. I mean, look at the female, as he rightly said, Sarah.
Yeah.
She's doing great. I mean, in regards to boxing, supporting the father, at the gym, everywhere, promoting a female. I mean, her energy alone tells you that, look, this is the lady who wants to send or bring boxing to the limelight and also rejuvenate it.
Okay.
I mean, it is great. I mean, you look at what Akai Nete said.
Okay.
He said, he mentioned a lot of boxers that were next and then produced in the boxing league. Like the likes of Bismarck Sarr, Mauli, Akoto. I mean, all the boxers that you can mention. You can Latte, the young boxers, Mo Kanla, the juvenile boxers, the young boxers like the likes of Prince Labi, Mohamed Abro, Ayibonte, Choco Champs. These are the young ones that have been given the platform by IMAS to exhibit their talent, and they feel okay. Even if you don't give them anything, you don't give them money, their colleagues will keep telling them, we saw you on Mass TV, we saw you in the ring, oh, you can do better. The parents are happy, everybody. Those selling, I mean, they are so happy. Look at the referees that we have now. They've shaping their skills. They now, when they are in the ring, you feel secure. That they now protect the boxers. The boxers itself are also learning, and they are learning more. Look, the two of us now, when we go back, we are also going to learn. We learn a lot. We look at what is happening at the world stage. We look at some of their skills. It's broadening our scope of learning. I mean, you, for instance, when you are giving commentary, yourself and
look at these two young boys.
That's Ablo and Prince Labi.
Prince Labi.
Nice one.
I mean, exciting. I mean, if we are to write story and the benefit of what IMAS boxing has brought to bear, we won't be able to finish now.
Exactly.
You understand? There are a lot that, I mean, those taxi drivers are benefiting, those selling yogurt, they are benefiting. I mean, those selling ice creams and other things. When you are not fighting like this, keep asking. Now fight you understand?
Because that's where their business also set to boom.
Yes.
Exactly.
And now we've been able to segment all the boxers and know their weight classes and where they belong, on who you will be able to fight, who is stronger, who can move us, who can go to the world stage. You understand? Now IMAS has softened the grounds. He have discovered all the boxers that we can think of. Your first professional debut, you fight on the IMAS.
Exactly.
And if you are able to fight on IMAS, looking at the crowd and be able to sustain and win, it tells you your pedigree, where you belong.
So before we go, this is what we have on our screen now. Who is going to win? Jesse Latte on the left there with a white t-shirt on. Derek Sholove Quay, the boxer on the right. So now, let's see the Jesse Latte and Derek Quay before Daniel will talk about that. Then we can. Derek Quay and Jesse Latte. Let's have that on the screen. So Danilo.
Yeah.
Jesse Latte, Derek Quay.
Yeah, I tried making this fight sometime last year.
Okay.
But it fell through. But I think the feedback I got from Derek Quay's camp is like they've got their eye on the bigger fish, and he was targeting Faisal Abubakar.
Who?
Derek Quay.
Derek Quay is targeting Faisal Abubakar.
Yes, I can tell you on authority.
Wow.
Yeah. Because when I approached them to make the fight, he was like, he's not scared about the fight, but he's got his sight on a bigger fish, and he wants Faisal Abubakar. I can tell you on authority.
Hey, Derek Sholove.
Yeah.
But that is
so his under is big, but
that's not
if we can still make this fight, because this fight to me, it still stands at 50-50. It's still a 50-55.
Yeah.
Jesse has got the ring IQ experience and all that, and we know how explosive Derek Quay
can be.
Yes. And anytime you think the odds are against him, it seems to rise to the occasion and produce an upset. So right now, he's one of the top boys now, and you can never count him out. So to me, it's a 50-50 bout now. Yeah.
There is one underground matchmaker in this house. And he's just whispering to me that definitely that matchup is going to happen.
Yeah, you have to.
Latte and Derek Quay. So Bernardo, do you know the underground matchmaker I'm talking about?
No.
Oh,
Is
are you
it
sure?
by name Lorenzo?
Lorenzo.
You heard the name, you heard it there. Lorenzo, he's the underground matchmaker here, and he's saying that definitely this matchup is going to happen. So we're going to see how that is going to fare up. Jesse Latte, Derek Quay. Derek Quay is one explosive boxer. Jesse Latte having that experience there. That is going to be one hell of a matchup between these two.
It should happen. This fighter should happen.
It should happen. If there is much time, if you can go to the next bout. If not, then we can call it a day there. All right. So we'll discuss the other matchups hopefully next week there. Thank you very much, Bernardo. Thank you very much, Danilo. Thank you very much for gracing the show there. My name is Nana Yaw Takyi Anderson. Hopefully next week we'll meet again. Bye for now.